Hey everyone, it's Carissa Wiley at sprinkledwithglitter.com. Thanks for joining me today. Today I am sharing a gorgeous and dramatic card featuring some brand new products from Pinkfresh Studio. They have just released their brand new Artsy Floral Washi release. It is full of stamps, stencils, dies, and then of course 4 brand new washi tapes. And if you're not familiar with the Pinkfresh Studio washi tapes, I'm going to give you a look at those here and show you how to die cut with an extra long die on your standard cutting plates. On each of these rolls of washi, you're going to get about 40 or more panels of each of these designs. This is the Artsy Floral Washi here. I have it on white cardstock as well as vellum. And then, of course, there are also coordinating stamps, stencils, and dies. And there are dies for the sentiments that are in the stamp set. So that's the Artsy Floral. I'm going to walk you through all of these washi tapes today. You're going to notice that with each of these washi tapes, there's a little bit of gold foiling included, which I think makes them so beautiful. And as I'm showing you these, I've done every single one of these first on white cardstock and then on the vellum. Now the vellum is really cool because it kind of allows the washi tape to maintain that translucent feel, but the white cardstock behind it is going to give the colors the vibrancy. Now you can try these out on all different types of cardstocks and that sort of thing, colored cardstocks, whatever you want. But my favorite thing about these washis is really that they just make for such fast and beautifully colored cards. So that was the Fluttering by, and I'm going to finish up by showing you the Sakura Washi and coordinating products. In my card project today, I'm actually going to feature the Artsy Floral Washi tape, but the sentiment that I'm using is from this Sakura stamp set here. It is that blessing stamp set that's at the bottom. And of course, there's the coordinating dies, which make this so easy to use on any card project. Now, in addition to the 4 washis and their product suites, there's also the nested corner frames. I love these dies. I'm using those today. And then there's the berries and blossoms. Now, this does not include a washi set, but you can see the cling rubber stamp along with the coordinating stencils and dies there. So to use these washi rolls from Pinkfresh Studio, you're just going to add the washi tape onto a piece of cardstock. I've cut this cardstock to 4 1/4 by 11 inches. You can see I didn't get it kind of put down exactly right away. That's okay. It's very forgiving. I was able to pull it up gently and then just smooth it out over the cardstock. And I'm going to run my hand over this to get all the air bubbles out. And then I'm just going to trim this down. And this is one panel here. So you can see I have several images on this one panel. On each of these rolls, there are 40 or more of these panels. So you're getting a ton of these images to use, but these can be a little tricky because as you can see here, this panel is a little bit longer than my standard size cutting plate. So I'm going to take the coordinating die and I'm going to line it up over my panel of washi tape that I've adhered onto this cardstock strip. And I'm going to hold it in place with a little bit of, this is the Best Ever's Crafters tape from Spellbinders. You could use another washi tape, but I'm making sure that my tape kind of overlaps onto the actual cardstock. Because the washi itself is a little bit slick, it will kind of want to lift from the washi. So I'm just making sure that my tape comes in contact with the cardstock beneath. So you can see I have my die held in place over the panel, but this is longer than my standard size cutting plate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to align this panel where the bottom part is kind of hanging off, but all of the upper images are contained on the plates. And I'm going to run that through and you can see the bottom part of these did not cut. Because I have that die held in place, I can just lift up the entire panel, shift it up on my standard size cutting plates, and run that through my die cut machine again. That keeps the die and the paper all in one piece, so I'm not shifting the die on the panel as I move my cardstock, and that allows me to cut all of these images with this extra long die using my standard size cutting plates. Now today for my die cutting, I'm using my Anna Griffin Impress machine and I used the standard size cutting plates for that previous die cut, but there are also some larger cutting plates available for this machine, and they fit through the regular size Empress machine. So I have grabbed these cutting plates, which are these really large cutting plates. They measure about 9 by 13 inches, and I am able to get 2 panels of washi images and the coordinating dies on this one set of plates. So this is another option for cutting these extra long dies, is to grab some extra long plates. Now, I don't use these super large plates all the time because they are really big. They're 9 by 13 inches. And so working with them can be a little bit unwieldy if you are just like die cutting a sentiment or something. So they don't make sense in all circumstances, but for this, they work perfectly. And you can see I have all of my washi images die cut here. I went through and die cut all of those panels that I showed you at the beginning. And now I have all these beautiful images that I can use on cards. And this makes for some really quick and beautiful card projects. Now you'll notice in my little tray here, I have them kind of divided out by product suite. And I'm showing you the artsy floral images here. First, I showed you them on the vellum. This is on the white cardstock, so you can see the little bit different look that you get by using either vellum or cardstock. Now I'm taking the nested corner frames, and these are really cool because it allows you to just trim out kind of the detail portion, or you can use it with the outer die to cut the shape itself. And I'm going to use them in both ways today. So I've taken a smaller one and I've die cut it with those stitching lines and the outer die to create this little notched panel here. And I've used a little bit larger from this same set to die cut this Wildberry cardstock from Concord and 9th. And I think I'm just going to grab a couple of my washi pieces and use them on this card. And you can see I'm combining not only the artsy floral washi tape, but the Fluttering by washi tape elements as well. So I've added some foam adhesive onto the back side of this gorgeous floral from the Artsy Floral Washi Tape. And I'm going to add that right onto the left side of this little notched frame that I've created. And this vellum butterfly I am adding with some foam adhesive as well, but I've only placed foam adhesive behind the body of the butterfly. Now, as far as that leafy stem, I think I'm going to layer it between, but I'm not quite sure. So I'm going to work on my sentiment first. So I grabbed the Sakura stamp set, and I'm grabbing this Friends Like You Are a Blessing sentiment, placing it in my Misty stamping tool, and I've prepped the surface of my white cardstock with my powder tool. And now I'm inking up that sentiment stamp with some VersaMark ink because I'm going to heat emboss this in gold embossing powder so it kind of ties in with the gold accents of my washi tape. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this from my Misty stamping tool. I'm going to sprinkle on some gilded embossing powder from Brutus Monroe, and I will heat set that, making sure that I melt all the powder so you don't see any granules or any dull places. And then I'm going to take the coordinating die and I'm going to die cut this. Now this time I'm actually using the mini plates that go with my Anna Griffin Empress machine. It works out perfect for something small like this. So you've seen actually all 3 size plates that are available for the Empress machine today in this video. Now I did stack up a couple of plain white die cut pieces behind my greeting before I adhered that onto my card front there. And now I am taking a panel of Rainforest cardstock from Concord and 9th. And this time I'm just using the stitching portion of that nested frames die set. So it gives that card panel a little bit of texture, but it doesn't kind of notch out those corners and create the frame out of it. Now you can also use this to create a true frame, and I will be doing that in tomorrow's video. So be sure to check that out. And you can see I have added my little leafy piece there in the bottom right-hand corner of my Wildberry notched rectangle there. And I added the white panel over the top of that Wildberry panel using some foam adhesive. Now to adhere this stitched piece onto my A2 size card base, I'm just using a little tape runner adhesive, and then I took this entire thing and added it onto my card base, and look how quick and easy this card was. I mean, the coloring on this set is so absolutely beautiful, and I love the drama of this card with that Wildberry and Rainforest cardstock that kind of brings out the colors in the washi tape. Now, I like drama on a card. I do not like drama in real life. So I went ahead and added some champagne drops from Pinkfresh Studio to finish this card off, and that finishes off my card project for today, featuring the brand new Artsy Floral Washi Tape and some of the elements from this release from Pinkfresh Studio. Now, over on my blog today, you're going to find information on a blog hop that I'm participating in that celebrates this brand new release from Pinkfresh Studio. So be sure you hop on over there and check it out and enter to win one of the many fabulous prizes. You'll also hop along to see tons of inspiration featuring this release as well. Now, as always, I will have links to the featured products used in this project in the description at YouTube. So if you're looking for something in particular, be sure you check there. I will have a link to this complete release below. These washi releases from Pinkfresh Studio, they never disappoint. Now, as always, I just want to say thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this project and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications here so you don't miss any of my paper crafting and card making video tutorials. And don't forget to join me tomorrow. I will use some more products from this brand new artsy floral release from Pinkfresh Studio to create a gorgeous vellum card, and you don't want to miss that. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day.